Alrighty, how's it going tonight? Tonight we're going to cover the concept of how to do Git commands on the command line. I'll be using Windows, but the commands work equivalently in Unix or Mac. So the most important thing is having a terminal open. So I'm going to open up a terminal here with command prompt. And we're going to create a new Git repository. So next to the profile button is the add button, and we can add a new repository. I'm going to create Git tutorial as a repository. We're not going to have a README file or anything. We're going to make it public. You can add a description as well, but I'm not going to do that either. Just a blank repository. Click Create Repository, and now we can see the quick setup if you've done this kind of thing before. Otherwise, it does go ahead and explain how you can do this yourself. So I'm going to do it the way that I'm used to, which is cloning it on the command line. There's a lot of resources online for other ways of doing this as well. So if we go git clone and then type in the clone, then we now have cloning in. You appear to have cloned a empty repository. And now if I were to go into here, then I'm going to find that I have the new Git tutorial. Let's go cd Git tutorial. That'll work there. That's fine. I'm used to Mac. I use it at work. At home I have a Windows machine because it's more powerful than the Mac that I could get. It has a 4K display, so that's a bit easier for me, but it makes it a bit trickier to do programming tasks. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a new notepad file. Notepad readme.txt. Do I want to create a new file? Yes, I do. So this is a GitHub Git test. Save the file. I can just as easily hit Control S and it would work. If I go back to the command line and I type git status, I can now see, albeit in very dark red, readme.txt is an untracked file. Now if I want to add it, it says nothing added but untracked files present. Use git add to track. I can go git add dot, or I could specify the name of the file I want to do. Typically in practice, you're probably going to want to use dot, which means to include the current directory and all the subdirectories here. So I'm going to do that, type in git status, and now the changes to be committed include the git readme file. I'm going to type in git commit now, -m for message, and I can now take the message and say added readme. That is going to add one file, create mode, and if I tell it push, it's now going to try to push to the repository, which it's not having any problems doing, it would appear. Perfect. It created a new branch, master. Now if we go back to GitHub here and we hit refresh, we should now see README, and we do. And it even reads out what the README says. We see one commit, one branch, one contributor. That's exactly what we might expect. So that is going to conclude how to do a simple commit in Git. Thank you for watching.